The North Pole will be ice-free in the summer by 2013 because of man-made global warming. So, and here it is, so somebody put this meme out there. First of all, that looks embarrassing for Al Gore, right? He said those words, and it turns out he was wrong. Well, not so fast, because this meme is about to go get a Reuters fact check. I'm not kidding.
Buckle up.
He did say that. Nope, that's a fact that he said that.
Probably needs more context.
And here it is, Reuters fact check. Fact check, Al Gore did not predict ice caps melting by 2013, but he did misrepresent the data. So he did not predict ice caps melting, but misrepresented the data. Bam! You just got Reutered. What? Somehow this is a defense of him?
Did an AI fact check this?
What is that? What does misrepresenting the data mean, Kurt? I think that means a lie.
That's how I would take it.
So he didn't predict no more ice caps by 2013 due to global warming. He was just lying?
He was lying about
That's your debunking? That he was misrepresenting the data? He didn't mean it? He knew it was wrong? That's what they're saying.
How do you act like, first of all, just not call it a lie? Because that's what I remember when I would lie to my mom as a kid. I wouldn't be able to Reuters my way out of it. No, I might have it appears I misrepresented data because I did do that.
It's not, Kurt. It's not. He didn't say that.
Right.
Not the ice caps actually did melt.
Yeah, like.
And that's literally the only reason you would do a fact check is if he did say it or if the ice caps actually did melt.
Yeah.
Why else would you do a fact check? He actually said it. Al Gore never claimed to be a psychic who can tell the future. He's just a liar. Take that, you fat QAnon idiot.
I feel like a real fool.
In 2009, this is their fact check. Watch this. In a 2009 comment by former U.S. Vice President Al Gore that the North Pole would be ice-free by summer 2013 has gone viral in tandem with COP26 climate talks in Glasgow. The quote has been used to claim he made bogus predictions, which he did say something similar. While he did say something similar, the claim misrepresents his statement, which was attributed to researchers.
Okay.
Gore has also since cited another prediction of Arctic ice melting at a later date. Yeah, but he did say that other thing first. The North Pole will be ice-free in the summer by 2013 because of man-made global warming, a quote attributed to Gore in a social media post reads. A photo below the quote shows a man standing in a snowy landscape with ice in his hair and a beard. Text over the image says 2018. Nope, it's still cold.
Why don't you show it?
That's what well, they did. They actually did. Here it is. So here it is. So there it is.
Did they mean it'll melt off the guy's beard? Because they didn't even do that.
Social media users have shared the claim widely, with some discrediting climate science more generally. The left has been spreading climate misinformation for 50 years. One user wrote, 2008, Al Gore predicts ice-free Arctic by 2013, they added. He did.
Some discrediting climate science more generally. So it wasn't Al Gore responsible for the thing he said.
It's the people.
Doesn't this debunking discredit climate science more generally? He didn't, Al Gore didn't come up with it. Some
climate science came up with it, and it was wrong. So this guy says the left has been spreading climate disinformation for 50 years. 1976, global cooling. I do remember when they were predicting a new ice age. I'm old enough to remember that.
And I didn't take that, by the way. I was like, all right, they said cooling, but it's actually worse. I didn't take that as the climate science was off in any way. Just because they did do that. That's the thing Rush Limbaugh used to say. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, but it's clearly having an effect. So it was enough for me to abandon this nonsense.
In 1989, rising sea levels will obliterate nations if nothing is done by 2000. In 2000, they said children won't know what snow is. In 2002, peak oil is going to happen in 2010.
I forgot about that.
Remember that? In 2008, Al Gore predicts ice-free Arctic by 2013.
Wow, Jehovah's Witnesses. They should take a page from Jehovah's Witnesses, because in 77, when the world didn't end, I believe Jehovah's Witnesses were probably using those articles about global cooling as evidence. I'm not kidding. They said the light keeps getting brighter as we near end times. Almost like the science changes at the speed of science. That was our version.
Well, this is turning into a religion. That's why that's an apt comparison.
Why else would a little girl who has a disability who didn't go to school be the one you turn to for science information?
Why would that be the one?
Unless it's a religion.
Gore didn't make the. Listen to this. So here's their debunking. This is literally what they're going to say debunks this. Gore didn't make this prediction himself, but was citing findings from a climate researcher. He did, however, appear to misrepresent the data. These figures are fresh, Gore said on December 14th, 2009. He said it. So he didn't make the prediction himself? Whoa, no way. You mean he didn't model the climate himself and just appeared to be misrepresenting someone else's data? Well, my world is shattered, Kurt.
Yeah.
Wait, did he not invent the internet himself? So basically, don't trust any of you. You can't trust Al Gore. You can't trust the guy who wrote the paper. Who can we trust?
These figures.
He added, some of the models suggest that Dr. Malsowski that there is a 75% chance that the entire North Polar ice cap during some of the summer months could be completely ice-free within the next 5 to 7 years. Again, completely wrong.
Also,
how is this? This doesn't debunk.
Look at the wormy language. Some of the models suggest. Okay, that's already. Okay. I don't care.
Okay.
Some suggest
some models
75% chance. So nothing. They're really nothing. You have nothing.
Gore cited findings from climatologist Dr. Maslowski, a research professor at the Naval Postgraduate School. However, it appears he misstated the forecast, according to reporting at the time.
It appears?
Do you see how many paragraphs they're taking to try to tell you that somehow he didn't mean what he said? He said it. They can't say he didn't say it, but do you see how many paragraphs this is taking?
It's like they gotta protect the overall thing.
That's it.
And so it's like, but everybody was like wrong in it. So they have to don't think this counts against,
So they're saying now that that this guy, the doctor that Gore was quoting, he said, it's unclear to me how this figure was arrived at. I would never try to estimate likelihood at anything as exact as this.
How is it unclear to you? Al Gore lied and said it.
That's Al Gore said it. According to the report, Gore's office acknowledged after his speech that the 75% figure was used by Dr. Maslowski as a ballpark figure in a conversation with the vice president several years before COP15. Gore made several similar statements in the late 2000s about ice melting during summer months due to climate change. So you guys aren't debunked. I'm sorry. In 2006 documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, which illustrated his global warming activism, Gore said studies suggested in the next 50 to 70 years, in summertime, the Arctic ice cap will be completely gone.
Instead of calling it an inconvenient truth, you should call it an inconvenient misrepresentation of some data.
Yes. In his 2007 Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech.
I forgot he got it. He didn't even kill anybody and he got one.
I know. One study estimated that it could be completely gone during summer in less than 32 years. Another new study, to be presented by the U.S. Navy researchers later this week, warns it could happen in as little as 7 years. So again, more misinformation. Every time he opens his mouth, Al Gore saying something wrong about climate change predictions. And Reuters thinks this is exonerating Al Gore somehow.
I don't know. I think you're not supposed to read it. I think you're supposed to just see the headline.
I think you're just supposed to see the headline. So this is their verdict, Kurt. Missing context.
Why would I need the context if I know he lied? I don't care now.
Gore did not himself predict that the North Pole would be ice-free in summer by 2013. Yes, he did. He said it. That means he's saying it.
I don't care if he made the model.
He's a spokesperson. He said something. He didn't say, I don't believe this thing I'm saying. However, he did mischaracterize others' findings. Gore also made a range of statements. So not only, anyway.
Hey, Gore says a lot of things.
He says a lot of shit.
Look at what it says.
Gore also made a range of statements during this period, citing varied predictions. He says a lot of shit. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hold the former vice president accountable and Nobel Prize winner accountable for what they say in public about a big issue that everybody looks to him for a comment about? Really? You're going to hold him accountable? I'm going to.
What is South Park going to do? Like, South Park had the original Man Bear Pig about Gore that they went back on because when now the climate science is real. Around the time that I thought it was real, they did it where they had to apologize to Gore. Are they going to have to do a twist? And like,
I don't know what well, because Al Gore said different things now.
He says a range of statements.
A range.
Everything from kind of not true to a complete nonsense. The full range.
From just simple misrepresentations to complete fraud.
Premeditated lies.
Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Connecticut, and more, and St. Louis. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all our tickets for all our shows.